Coach, just looking at that sheet, what's the first thing that jumps out in terms of difference of tonight in the last two games?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I'm proud of our guys was the approach that they had this week after a very disappointing loss. It's sometimes in this business it's tough to put a really disappointing one behind you, and it's tough to get over a big emotional win. And our guys did that. They got back to work after the day off, and sustained it for the entire week, and did a lot of the things that we preached to them. Most specifically in that first half, the pace. Missed basket. I thought we did a good job getting our hands on balls, deflections, throwing ahead. My favorite play of the game was off the make, and we threw it into Cam. He threw it up to Hanif, one dribble, and got to the rim for a layup. So, it's things that we can certainly build on. Second half, was not very good for us. We allowed them to get into the paint too easily, and didn't do the same things that got us that lead. But I was really pleased with the first 20 minutes to get out to that lead, and again, it's certainly something we can build on.
Making shots being the difference.
It helps. It helps when the ball's going in the hoop. Yeah, you see going to hoop, and it's funny, in this game how confidence works, and it's the single most important thing. If you have it, you have a chance. If you don't, you're going to struggle out there. And the confidence I thought was built in the defensive end, and I thought it started with Hanif. He really battled, Doug Wilson out there, who's having a monster year. So far, he's given up size. We ran a couple double teams at him to create some deflections, but I thought Hanif did a really good job of staying in front of him, which is not easy to do. He's a heck of a player, and that's what got some of those missed shots, and that's what got us out in the break.
How much you talked to Ivan about being able to get in there and rebound and help you guys?
Yeah, it's great to see Ivan, with the 12 rebounds, 6 on the offensive end. Now we got to be smart when we get some of those rebounds, and if you don't have an angle, look to kick it out. But he's getting us extra possessions right now and getting his hands on balls. He's getting more comfortable in the post. You can see it with some of his moves, and finishing around the basket continues to improve. And again, I think sometimes we all forget that Ivan's still 17 years old. So kid's got a heck of a future in front of him. He's a great worker. Always wants to watch film. Individually, he's in there as much as anybody. He battled tonight. Again, we're going to need him all throughout the season. There's some big bodies, obviously, in this league.
You guys, game 2 to game 3, really got better defensively, too. I mean, was there a lot of improvement there?
Yeah, I thought game 1 to game 2 we made improvements, and again, I thought we made another step in the right direction tonight. This is a good team that we played. It's a team that, took USC all the way to the wire, and, it's a 6-point game with under 4 to go, and it had a 7-point possession, which you don't see very often. But, it's a good team that knows how to win. And to come out here and, establish the tempo and the pace where we wanted to have it is an important thing in a game like this. We did not do that against Riverside. We did it for a very small portion of that game and allowed them to dictate tempo in the second half. But for us, especially in that first half, it was a thing of beauty. That thing was flying up the floor, and it was fun to watch.
Is that the ideal speed? Particularly in those first 20 minutes, is that ideal what you want?
Yeah, if you can play with that kind of speed and still play under control, which I thought we did. I didn't ever think that we got too far out of control. We had 11 turnovers, but some of those were travels. I didn't think we were making too many home run type plays. I thought we were making simple plays, and when we have ball movement like that, good things tend to happen.
Does it mean extra just getting that first win under your belt?
It sure beats what happened in the other two. It is. It's it's great to get that first one. Again, I'm happy for our guys. I'm proud of our guys for the way that they came in and approached this week. And we're going to need another good week heading into this next game Friday, and then we play a lot of games in a short amount of time. So, hopefully, guys get their rest tomorrow, and then back to work on Sunday.
Talked a lot about adversity. How much adversity, if any, is there with having a 20-plus point lead at halftime? How did you feel like they responded to that situation?
Yeah, again, to push it up, I think we had a 31-point lead in the first half, and that was the thing that you try to get your team to go out and play with a killer mentality and have a killer instinct, and we had that for those first 20 minutes. I thought we let our foot off the gas a little bit. Got it back. I thought Gervais did a great job picking the ball up. He got, the steal. I think to open it back up to 27 or 28, and then, again, it was too easy for them the rest of the game. But, when you open up a lead like that, obviously good things are going on, happening, and you just play with more swagger and more confidence, and that's what it's all about.
They made a little bit of a run coming out of the gate there and then kind of put the stop to it.
We did. I let them play through it. I was contemplating multiple times to call the timeout. But Samari hit a big three for us to stop the bleeding at one point. And, just again, it's trying to get your guys to go out there and respond. And I thought our guys did that for the most part.
Anything that you like to do after a win over the next 24 hours?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.